Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're looking at a really weird Nic Cage movie called Prisoners of the Ghostland. Please like and subscribe, and spoilers ahead. We're inside a bank and a young boy is looking up at a gumball machine when suddenly some bank robbers come charging in screaming for money. One of the men points his gun at the boy, but we're taken away to some kind of prison. A young woman stares at a man and whistles for some women when he heads inside. They receive a bracelet of hope from a woman that seems to be struggling with her top. Finding a car, they are overjoyed as they are finally going to be free. When the escaped woman, Bernice, wakes up from a nightmare, dirty and scared. She's in some kind of thrown together prison and screams. We see our bank robber locked up. The governor is on his way and they start preparing for him. They bring the prisoner before the governor while everyone mocks him. We find out our prisoner and his partner killed a bunch of people in the bank, including the little boy. The governor has come to find the prisoner and have him return his granddaughter Bernice, the woman we saw escape earlier. The crowd is all singing and our prisoner is all dressed now, with guns trained on him. He's to head down a stretch of road people claim is cursed and has ghosts to find the lair where Bernice is being kept. The prisoner says I can see why you want her back, and everyone takes great offense to this and they try to attack him. There are devices attached to his suit that will explode if it detects him trying to do anything fishy. If he can bring Bernice back unscathed, he'll be set free. He has 3 days to find Bernice, and if he does, she has to speak into a device on his jacket that will give him another 2 days to return. If he fails to do so, then all the devices will go off at once, killing him. The governor has the key to the suit on a chain around his neck. The prisoner gets in his car to drive off, but decides a little bike with a basket is more his style. A man named Yasujiro brings him the car though, as he really doesn't have a lot of time. He comes to an abrupt stop as he's confronted by samurai. Our now hero drives through but ends up crashing. He wakes up and is being carried through a very strange area. There are weird mannequins all over and people carrying torches. I honestly don't have the faintest clue as to what's happening here. He's been brought to the same place we saw Bernice earlier. It was the Rat Man and his people who brought him to what's called the Ghostland. A man named Enoch says he should be grateful and wants to know who he is. He asks if anyone has seen Bernice, showing them a picture, and they say she's with the mannequins. He finds her, but they say she can't leave. She can't speak as something has taken her voice. He has her on the same cart he was wheeled in and carries her off. Finding Ratman, he borrows some fuel from him and fills up his car, which he crashed. He tells Bernice to say her name or tomorrow they'll explode, but she won't talk. He gives her some water and gets a little excited, so one of his ball bombs goes off, taking with it one of his testicles. He passes out from the pain, which yeah. We get a flashback to the robbery and his partner was the one who killed everyone. His partner was shot by police in a shootout along with a little girl, who just so happened to be Bernice. He wakes up and apologizes to what happened to her. We see those samurai again and some weird undead-like prisoners. One of the bombs on his arm is triggered and sends all these weird prisoners flying. They suddenly vanish and our hero passes out. Bernice awakes and she tries speaking her name in the device on his arm. She finally manages to do it, but she can't get him to wake up. We're back with the governor and he treats all the women around him like garbage. He's angry because it's been 2 days and there's still no sign of Bernice. Yasujiro doesn't seem to be too impressed either. They find one of the women responsible for Bernice's escape and the governor orders her execution. Yasujiro seems to be having second thoughts, but kills the woman. Bernice returns to the Ghostland and they're all shocked to hear her speak. She says those things came out of nowhere. The hero returns, a little worse for wear. He starts spouting off some nonsense about seeing people in ruins and how they helped him. Our hero believes he's radioactive, and I have no idea what any of that means. There's a man harassing some women, including Yasujiro's sister. He jumps down and makes quick work of the man and his accomplices. His sister tells him she knows why he works for the governor. He was promised she would be set free if he did, but that's all a lie. The hero is walking along the Ghostlands where he finds Bernice and tells her it's time. Standing atop some steps, he tells all the people that tomorrow they're getting out of here. Enoch and the others say it's impossible, but he tells them he only has 1 day to get out, so they can help or sit and rot. He speaks to Ratman and tells him he needs these cars in working order so they can get the hell out of here. An old man freaks out saying they're all gonna die. The next day everyone starts heading out to leave, however his old partner is there along with the samurai. He's dead and blames the hero for it. Our hero tells him he's there to help these people and can set them free. His partner says the governor is the one responsible for all this, and the ghost prisoners and samurai all disappear in a huge explosion. One of the governor's men comes running in saying they're here, and we see the hero and Bernice as they enter the village. They're now surrounded by the governor's men. He's happy to see Bernice, but won't give the hero the key. The hero threatens to kill her if he doesn't get it, and Bernice tells him to give him the key. A woman grabs a minigun that just happened to be sitting there and guns down most of the governor's men. She however gets shot in the process. More men surround them and Bernice is shot in the shoulder. He starts fighting the men hand to hand even though they have guns pointing at him. He somehow gets the upper hand though and is shooting them. Bernice carts off the woman that was firing the minigun but is cut off by men with swords. Yasujiro stops her but walks past towards the men. Our hero has a bunch of men running towards him with swords, and somehow there's a retractable blade that comes out and he kills them all with it. Bernice tells the young girl she's not a prisoner anymore and that she'll be right back. She grabs a sword and starts taking out the governor's men. The hero and Yasujiro meet and start fighting, not just with each other but with the other men around them too. They hit each other in the family jewels and they need to take a breather. The governor comes back to his room to find all the women stealing his money and weapons and calling him a loser. We have a standoff between the hero and Yasujiro. Unfortunately, the hero gets the killing blow. The governor is harassing the young girl when Bernice shows up and tells him to get away from her. He says he can get a new girl from the same place he got her, and she lights him up with the gun. The hero gets the key and unlocks his suit. The Ghostland people start to celebrate as they hear the hero has set them free. Our three survivors enjoy some booze after everything they just endured, and this very weird movie comes to a close. I honestly don't know what the hell was going on for the most part of this movie. I tried making as much sense out of it as I could though. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching and take care.